This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what you need to know today. Archbishop Bagrat Galstanian, leader of the Tavus for the Homeland opposition movement, announced a 96-hour around-the-clock protest yesterday evening during a rally in Yerevan's Republic Square with the goal of removing Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan from office. "We are determined. I laid everything I have on the altar. Yes, I sacrificed everything. People, I want to see how determined you are," Galstanian said. He continued, "At this moment, we have to make a decision together. We can solve the problem if we are on the street for 4 days, 96 hours without a break, without sleeping, without going to work, and impose our will. I promise you will achieve what we want." After the rally, Galstanian led the crowd toward the Parliament building on Bahramian Avenue, but they were blocked by police, leading to a tense standoff. Organizers pitched tents on the street for the night, keeping the road closed into today. While the initial plan was to petition Parliament to hold a vote of no confidence in Pashinyan, it does not appear there was sufficient support among lawmakers to do so. Instead, this afternoon, the two parliamentary opposition parties put forward a motion demanding an extraordinary session to draft a letter on behalf of Parliament calling for Pashinyan to resign. However, the motion was rejected, and anyway, there would be no requirement for the government to actually consider the letter. Under Armenian law, due to the rejection, an extraordinary session will be automatically convened next Monday. However, the ruling Civil Contract Party has already stated its full support for Pashinyan, and so will not take part in the session. A senior State Department official in charge of regional affairs is set to arrive in Yerevan today to meet senior Armenian officials within the framework of deepening the U.S.-Armenia strategic dialogue. They intend to review the progress made in furthering bilateral relations and to discuss next steps, according to a State Department press release last Friday. James O'Brien will also meet with members of the business community and will engage civil society. The release also noted that O'Brien will meet with senior government officials to discuss U.S. support for progress on a durable and dignified peace agreement between Armenia and Azerbaijan. O'Brien notably declared last November in the wake of the ethnic cleansing of Nagorno-Karabakh that until Azerbaijan shows it is negotiating in good faith, there's no chance of business as usual between Washington and Baku. While U.S.-Azerbaijan relations became strained for a time, that seems to have subsided, as just last week a State Department official took part in the Baku Energy Forum, bringing a letter from President Joe Biden that called Azerbaijan a significant pillar of global energy security, and praised the promising avenues for cooperation between the United States and Azerbaijan. In related news, Presidents Joe Biden of the United States and Emmanuel Macron of France issued a united position on the South Caucasus Saturday, noting their support for the establishment of a fair and lasting peace in the region, which is based on the respect of international law as well as the principles of sovereignty, inviolability of borders, and territorial integrity. Russia has sent Armenia a protest note regarding a June 2nd visit by Armenian officials to the Ukrainian town of Bucha, a city outside of Kyiv that has become synonymous with alleged Russian war crimes. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said yesterday, "We consider the visit to Bucha by the head of Yerevan's Nord-Nork district, Tigran Dermargaryan, and Armenian ambassador to Ukraine, Vladimir Karapetyan, as an openly unfriendly step." During the trip, the officials held talks with Bucha's mayor and laid flowers at a memorial commemorating the more than 500 civilian victims of the massacre. Russia strongly denies any involvement and has called the massacre a false flag meant to discredit them. Earlier, Zakharova called on Armenian lawmakers to share the list of people allegedly killed in Bucha, which Kyiv gave to them. Check out our weekly Economic Digest, which this week covers Armenia's renewed call for the Eurasian Economic Union to form an integrated energy market. Charges dropped against most suspects in a probe into alleged government corruption involving one of Armenia's leading tech firms, and the sharp drop in Armenia's reliance on remittances from Russia. You can find a link to the broadcast in the description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 1 quadrillion. That's because Armenia opened its first supercomputer center, which has the ability to perform 1 quadrillion calculations every second. Named for Charles Aznavour, the supercomputer is considered a milestone in the country's technological progress, as it opens the doors to world-class research and development capabilities, which will greatly benefit and help to retain scientific talent in Armenia. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.